Well, good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon to you, Ron. Welcome back to another planned series of questions to answer. Hope you're doing well, Ron.
I feel like I am. Thank you, Don. Yes, so
Absolutely.
good.
And before we get started, I just want to thank all the members who have submitted questions. We appreciate the questions, and Ron is does his best to answer those. So keep those questions coming. If you have questions, you can send me a private message. Want to make sure that we keep it all going. So, but I do appreciate, and Ron appreciates the time of asking these questions. And so,
For sure.
with
For
that,
sure.
we'll go ahead and get started. Ron, question from a member. We'll start out with goes like this. Ron, what are your thoughts on why there are so many different races on Earth in terms of physical, mental, and cultural groups?
Hmm. Well, that's quite a question. I believe that there are star seeds from other nations who have perhaps races. I don't fully understand that whole concept. There's a lot out there, and to think that we're the only ones is really quite ludicrous. And yet we don't really understand the nature and the history um, of different cultural groups. We can observe them, and some of them are fairly um, intense in their cultures, and do things in a very religious sort of way. I'll say it this way: they're all God's children, and we love and appreciate them, and hold them sacred, and as brothers and sisters in our consciousness from our prime creator. And I think honoring and being responsible and loving to other people is, regardless of their race. I don't see race as a big thing. I think that there's, when you're called race, when people are calling things racist, then that's racist to me, because they are focusing on the differences, and that's not the appropriate thing to be doing. So it's the way I look at it.
Okay. Hey, Ron, can I get just a little expansion on that to see what your thoughts are on it?
Hmm.
Do you think that it's possible that with all the groupings that this member has asked a question about, you think that the cabal did this as a way to bring us down into smaller groups so that they can easily control us?
Um, I suppose that could be. I could entertain those kinds of ideas, and search them out and see how they feel about. I feel about them, but I haven't done that. So um, you just take them as they are. I take the American Indians. If you get involved in uh, their rituals and the things that they do, sweat lodges and so forth, they're really quite fascinating, and oftentimes have some real good merit to them, because we were raised a different way and they were raised that way, and it's just interesting to have participated in those kinds of things with them. Is it something that I think I would build a sweat lodge? No, I'm not sure that that's what I'm about. But those are the kinds of, it's a definition to me of what cultures are like. And you get into the Eastern religions and so forth, and they're fascinating. Their rituals, and you go back far enough, there's usually some commonality that I have found with things that I have believed that they believe. The Magi, masters of the Far East. Jesus spent had two very long, um, caravans. They joined caravans and went there, and he had some great experiences there, major experiences. And it's looking into those kinds of records to see what happened there. The records that I've said or have read are about the masters, teachings of the masters of the Far East, by Baird T. Spalding. They were scientists. They went over there to want to live with the masters of the Far East to see what they were really like. And the masters have no pretense. They just are who they are. And the scientists had just a wonderful time because the masters are full of love, treat you with kindness and respect, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't know about because we haven't been exposed to it. So let's not be quick to judge. Let's just be quick to love and allow. And people have their differences, and it's okay. I don't want people to be like me. I'm weird. So uh, I just let people be who they are.
That's great. Great answer, Ron. Thank you for answering that piece for me, and we will come right back with another question.
Okay, sounds good.